Morning and welcome to the morning blessings. Hi, it is Tuesday, March 26, 2024, and we are live with the morning blessings today. So here, let's get this going. It's a wonderful morning. Where are you today? Good morning, Lynn. How are you feeling after your amazing vacation? You must be feeling awesome. So how are you guys doing today? It is the morning blessing. I have a surprise for you guys, and I'll announce it a little later. And here we are. So let us get the show on the road. A winter coffee cup. I'm having collagen coffee with coconut oil or MCT, whichever it is. That's what I'm having this morning. So it is 8 o'clock. Lynn, you are it. Let's get it going. Let's talk about it. Our topic today. Good morning, Amma. How are you doing? How are you feeling this morning? It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This is warm, but I have no sleeves on there, so I had to put this on. Guess what? The 5 pillars of prosperity is coming to you. It is available soon. So that's my good morning blessings to you guys today. The 5 pillars of prosperity book, an ebook, an audio book will be out soon. Anyway, let us get the show on the road. You saw the topic. I am understanding that the topic said, let go of stress and embrace the serum of joy. Now, thank you, Amar. So that is a big deal, right? Let go of stress and embrace the serum of joy. Good for you, Tessa-Marie. I'm sure that is going to be running through your minds. You are saying to me, let go stress like I can walk away from the situation or the challenge that is giving me the stress in my life. But I have an answer for that. I've got an app for that. So if your cup is full of stress, where are you going to put the joy even if you have it in you already? If all you can see when you look at your cup is a lot of stress, you're not going to find joy. Because although joy is there within your reach, hi Tani G, how are you feeling this morning? Although joy is within your reach, but if you have all that stress in that cup and you want to take that cup and you want to empty that stress, but all you can see is stress and more stress, whereas within you lies joy. Good morning, Grand Aman. How are you feeling this morning? Thanks for coming. I have 2 people from England today, Amma and Grandma. So how are you guys doing this morning? It is a beautiful morning. So let us look at letting go of stress and embracing that wonderful thing called the serum of joy. We cannot do that, right? Because our cup is so full of stress. Sometimes though, we have joy. Joy is within us. Joy is right there. And all we can see is the stress that is outside of us. Many people get stressed from situations that are happening in their life, and it's okay though. But it's the ability to take it and draw out of it some joy in knowing I am available. Like a mother talking about a child being bullied at school, and the whole family is in that stressful situation. But is it something to celebrate that the child came home and said, I am being bullied at school? And thank you so much. Thank you for this compliment. I appreciate it. I value it. That alone is something to celebrate. I do not do comparison when I ask for gratitude or I ask you to be grateful. But this is a time when an exception should be made. And the mother of that child that comes home and says, so-and-so has been bullying me forever. That mother should take that and celebrate. I am happy and grateful my daughter or my son has come home to let me know how distraught he is or she is because somebody at school is bullying them. Because, good morning, Nancy, how are you feeling today? It's important to realize that in that turmoil of that stressful situation, to take a minute and breathe, even on your way to the school, to talk to the principal, to talk to the people at school, to be able to say, you know what, I am happy and grateful. My daughter, my son told me about this. No, we can get involved, because to take comparison, that child could choose, for example, to do something to harm themselves rather than go to school. So that is what I mean when I say, let go of stress and embrace the serum of joy. There is something to celebrate. Always, it's up to us to pull away the sheaves and to see the wheat, to pull the weeds from the garden so that the flowers can bloom. My brother just told me the other day, he said, I had to get on and cut down so many trees that grew and prevented the avocado trees from getting the sunlight they need so we can get a good crop. He had to do that. That was stressful, but it was preventing him from the trees, the avocado plants, from seeing the sun. And they need the sun. He said, I did it, and within a week, they were blooming. So Amma said, I was with you all the way until you mentioned someone has been bullying my child. You will see a side of me that isn't joyful. I know, you have to be. That is not something, what I'm saying, Amma, when I talk about that, the person at bullying the child. But you have to go to school. You have to talk to them about it. The point is, in your mind, the mother's mind, the father's mind, the inside of you, you have to be joyful in it. That yes, it's a horrible situation, but my child told me I can now take it and I can go fix it. That's the part I'm talking about. I'm not talking that it's joyful because the child is being bullied. No, the child is being bullied. You're talking about saying that, but you should see me. But we have to appreciate that child is so comfortable to come home and say, Mom, Dad, so this guy is just bothering me at school. That is something to celebrate. And then you put your armor on and you march to the school. So let me give you an example of my own son, who is a man today. My kids went to a Catholic school. I'm Catholic. I went to a Catholic boarding school. That is what I liked. So they're going on a school trip. And in those days, they didn't have iPhone. They had their cassette. He took a cassette of Tupac, Pac, and he gave it to the bus driver, who was a black bus driver, and he put it into the player in the bus. It's a Catholic school bus. So anyway, the teacher or whoever went up and grabbed the tape from the bus driver and kept it all through the trip. And when they came back, Michael went up to him and said, can I have my tape back? And she said to Michael, I lost it. So Michael knows fully well she didn't lose it. So he called me at work and he told me what happened. I said, okay. And I said to him, Michael, the thing is that they have you in a special program because they say you're close to genius. I don't get it though. With all that brain, how could you think Tupac, Father Pac, whoever he was, would be suitable to play on a school bus? A Catholic school bus, Michael? No answer. I said, okay, I'm done with that part of it. So anyway, I got home, I called the teacher, and she came on, and I said to her, hi, I'm Michael's mom, where is the tape? She said, I got it. So I paused, because you have to calm yourself when you're talking to that. I paused, and I said, okay, so I need to ask you a question. What? I said, this is my question to you. Hi, Kathleen. Hi, Kimberly. Welcome, guys. And I said, who gave you, I said, how did I say? I said, the audacity for you to lie to my son. I said, why would you lie to my son? There I am teaching that boy to respect these elders, respect you. And you have the audacity to lie to him. I said, you told him you lost the tape. And you have it? And then I said, you know what? You had me up until then. Because the tape wasn't suitable, get it? He shouldn't have done it, but your lie has me here right now. Can you give him back his tape? I said, you know what? If you had taken the tape in front of him and you had crushed it with your feet, he wouldn't have come to me. But he knows that you did something wrong by lying to him, and you expect them to respect you when you cannot respect them. When you're in a position of control and power, give the boy the tape. And I use that word. So she said, well, I'll give it to Vanessa. I said, did you take it from Vanessa? No, I said, you give it back to him. So she said to me, he shouldn't be listening to that music. I said to a lady, I cannot stop him from listening to that music. I'm just hoping and praying that what I did with him before will see him through when he becomes a man. And it did. We live in a house, like I said to her, there's a garage, there's shrubs. He has friends on this bus. He doesn't even have it. And when I hear, and to be honest, she said, have you listened to it? And I said, no. When I hear it playing in his bedroom, I walk down the hallway and I shut the door. I am not doing that. So she gave him the tape, and she taped it in an envelope. And he brings it and gives it to me. I said, what the hell am I doing with this? I said, just take your stuff and get away from me. And next time, use that brain they say you have. Just use it. Think of what your actions are. Think. And that was it. So I know what it is. When children are being bullied, you have to be grateful that the child did not just accept the bulliness and go hurt themselves. That was a form of bully, but from the highest level, from the actual teacher. So when this lady tells me of the child being bullied and she was crying and everything, it is important to do all of that and march into the school and have the conversation. But you still have to be grateful that your child did not just accept the bullying or hurt themselves because of the constant bullying. There is something in, no matter what we are going through life, what I know for sure, there is always something that you can celebrate in a challenge. Because you still have to, although your child is the one being bullied, you still have to communicate to those people. You have to communicate to them in a way that they do not turn on your child. And then that becomes allowing the bully to grow. Oh, Kathleen said, I know all too well. Exactly from Kimberly. Yes. It doesn't matter. We have to understand that. That is why you have heard me said that even when you have a divorce and there is a child out of it, you have to be grateful for that child. So you might have had a horrible experience and maybe nobody can describe it or live it again but you. But there is still a celebration of that life that was created. And it didn't start horrible, did it? It just happened to go south. Circumstances and who to blame doesn't matter. The child, the root of that relationship is here. Kathleen has a daughter. So she is in school. So she must know or have to experience being bullied. So I know I'm a left and she is angry. And she said she loved me until I said, she was with me until I said, bully, to be joyful about it. Yes, it's not joyful about bullying. It's joyful about the child has the child has the confidence to know. Like Michael, he knew he was wrong, but he had the confidence to know that the teacher did not lose the tape, the cassette. She had it. But he knows. I taught him to respect and to not to lie to his elders. And where is he doing that? I used to say to my kids, I don't lie to you. So if you lie to me, you're wrong because I do not lie to you. I tell you the things as it is. So he knew that. And I just look on the school board. I just took on the school board. Kathleen, stop. Look, she just took on the school board. So you have to, when I say to get stress, I said you have to get, the stress comes in your life, but you have to find a way to get some joy. Because if you are looking and you only see the stress, and you have to say to that child, good, I'm happy you told me. And I wanted to give up, and I was tired and frustrated, but I gave up my daughter, if I gave up, My daughter would see I gave up. Yes. We are the examples they know. So it's funny, that wasn't where my topic was supposed to go. Where are you going to put your joy, even if you have it in you? If you have it, if it is full of stress? When you notice that what you desire is not coming to you, ask yourself if you are entrenched, what is the word I was looking for? Entrenched in the opposite of joy. So no matter what you're going through, that is where it went this way. And I cannot control it. I'm going to let it go. When you have a stressful situation, especially one that comes from the outside, and it is nagging, like Kathleen said, if I gave up, my daughter would see I gave up. And that would be an example for her to follow. She would not be able to fight for herself. Good morning, Terry. How are you feeling today? So when a child comes home and says, I am being bullied at school, you have to celebrate and be grateful that that child felt safe enough, knowing you would stand by them and say to you, Dad, Mom, this person is bullying me at school. And I say, be grateful for that, because we all know the other choice is that the child can take this alone and don't believe you can do anything. And that child can harm themselves, or they can get into a situation where you're going to need a lot of your time. So yes, be grateful your child says to you what's going on. And then you can step up and go and do like Kathleen said. And I wanted to give up, and I was tired and frustrated because the school board wasn't let in. And then she said, if I gave up, my daughter would see that I did. And that is what it is. Feeling good, about to take the kids to school and go to the gym. Have fun, Terry. I see you at the gym all the time these days. So when we have a situation that is leaning on us, look at the situation. Obviously, it is important to understand that every situation that's going to pull us will pull stress into our life. And it's up to us how we decide to take it. When the stress comes from outside and we put it on our shoulder like a load that we must carry, we are making a choice. But if that stress has opened your eye to a situation and you're able to see, okay, that person does not like me. Like the person, like, where did I put it? The stress has filled your cup. And when you see that your cup is so full with stress, you have to be focused on emptying your cup to make room for joy to come in. So if you desire to feel the serum of joy, and you're consumed by the stress of this or that, you will not see it, even if it's there. Even if there's 129 million reasons in your life to be joyful, you will not see it. Because you have to make room for the serum of joy with the stress. Now, this too has challenges. Like I said, you are accustomed to purposely holding on to the stress. Now it's time to shift it out or empty your cup. And that is difficult to do, because I must saw that the stress, I'm angry, to bully you cannot be a bully yourself. You have to be a wise bully. To do that, you have to realize that the stress is attached to your emotions. It is attached to your pillar of emotional prosperity. The stress has been manufactured by something you heard, you felt, you saw, you taste, or you touch. That is how the stress comes in. It affects an emotion. The child comes home and say what happens, and then that builds the stress. But in that moment, you still have to be able to find something to hold on to. So hard to put stress aside from one part of your life to enjoy another part of your life at the same time. Yes, it is. And that is why I said it grew and now it consumes you. The miracle to remove it lies in your ability to be grateful. Written gratitude in a sentence, repeated gratitude in sentences or longer than 5 words. So when this stress, like you said, Kathleen, has consumed you, it is not easy to set it aside and to find another part of your life to be joyful about. So where there is gratitude, stress bows out. Where there is gratitude in action, stress walks out. I sound like that, but I know what I'm talking about. I know what it is to have a lot of stress. You cannot understand it unless you have lived that person's stress. Like I can tell you, my most stressful time of my life was when my husband was diagnosed with cancer. The first time, then the second time. But the first time, 4 things happened within 5 days. I had to have surgery. He was diagnosed with cancer. The furnace broke down and the car was stolen. Then this cancer came back again for him. And that was a different stressful journey. But I took time during that time to remember the joyful moments by writing them down, and so I could clear my head. And that is why I say to you, where there is gratitude, stress bows out. Where there is gratitude in an action, stress walks out. To bring joy, to embrace joy, be grateful for the small, mundane things and purposes. I have a mother. I have a child. And that is 2 words. And if you add to it, you know what? I'm so happy and grateful at this time of my life. I can sit with my feet up. Hi, Yuko. How are you feeling this morning? So this is what you have to remember. When there is a lot of stress, or when something has come and crushed you, like your child being bullied at school, and you have to do something about it, like Kathleen said, it is so hard to put stress aside from one part of your life to enjoy another part of your life at the same time. But it's not even to enjoy it, it's to acknowledge where I am. I am able to speak English, and I can talk to the teachers. They can communicate with me with the language I can speak. So I can tell you that because I listen so much to stories, and maybe it was being at the bank working for all those years, I heard people's stories. There's this lady, she's in her late 80s now, Fanny. She has 2 sons. And she said to me, her second son was getting in trouble by the age of 10. Fanny is from Macedonia. She barely speaks English properly. So can you imagine 50 years ago what that was like in East York in Toronto? Going to the school to get help, and they dismissed her because of her accent. They dismissed her because she couldn't understand or comment. They knew the child was in trouble. They knew all the things he did. And he became the same person as a man because they just didn't get the help at the right time. He died in prison of cancer. So what I'm trying to say is the stress. This stress comes from all different ways. But when we are feeling them, that's when we have to go digging for the reasons to be grateful. That is when we have to stop and say, let us find this thing to be grateful about. We cannot be teaching others and we are not being grateful to see this. I know what I'm talking about. It's finding gratitude in small, mundane things that makes a difference. It's not the big things that we're always grateful for. It's being grateful that you felt your feet on the floor this morning. It's being grateful that there was a little bit of joy in a smile you saw. And being grateful you had that cup of tea in your hand you have every day. It's being grateful that you could open your window and the world around you at that moment is amazing. There was a huge accident in Baltimore. A cargo ship hit a bridge, broke the bridge, and many people died, or they don't know. They're still looking for them. But there you are. A stress, that family that hasn't heard from somebody that maybe was driving on that bridge. Stress. What can we tell them? That is why we have to remember, guys, every day is important. Every day is good to say something nice to somebody. Do not hang up without saying I love you. It might seem hard at first. Hello Loretta, good morning. If you're not accustomed of saying I love you as a person. But do not forget, I am so grateful. I have brothers and sisters. I do not maybe get along with all of them all the time, but I'm still grateful they're in my life. They get the ones are one that I mightn't get along with might get my blood moving rather than my blood just sit there without anything. Celebrate that. So what I'm trying to say, to bring joy, to embrace joy, be grateful for the small mundane things and purposes. We are all full of them. Be grateful for what is taken for granted. Be grateful for what does not work in the moment. Telling you that makes you cringe, I know. But what I know for sure is that every time you're more grateful, you're going to, at that moment, notice you will not be wondering about the stress just for that split second. And if we can keep doing that, that is what makes it amazing. So when stress comes in, look for the moment. Kathleen can celebrate that I took the school board on. I took them on and I told them what I didn't like, and I shook them and they made a change. She can celebrate that. Now she can say, yes, the journey was hard. Remember, I always said the journey of life has twists and turns. Many we do not like and didn't expect and were not looking for. But the point of it is those twists and turns that makes us what we are today. When somebody asks you, or when you are tempted to say, if I knew I wouldn't have, cancel that. Because if you didn't have those experiences back then, you wouldn't be who you are today. And sometimes you have to stand up and be firm, because let me tell you something. Holding back and not stepping in the moment and being grateful at the same time, I'm letting you know that I have to be plain with you. Somebody sent me, I had a short I did, I think I posted yesterday, and it said something about being, I can't remember. Anyway, telling it as it is or something like that. And they said that is very dangerous. I said, yeah, because you're going to hurt people. I said, yeah, because I cannot guarantee that they're going to come to my funeral. So if there is no guarantee they will come to the funeral, what do I have to lose? I have to tell them how I feel. You're hurting me. Take your foot off me. You're blocking my joy. Get away from me. So I have to be grateful and happy that I have the ability to say that. How many people there are that can't say that? If they said that, they would get more of the worst. So yes, in a challenge, in a difficult, stressful situation, there must be time for us to stand up and realize there's something to be grateful for. Not as big as winning the lottery, not as big as falling in love, but falling in love is huge. Okay, I know what love is, and I don't like that part of it, but I did enjoy it. So to change who you are, then who you were then, is to change who you are today. Which one do you prefer? Learn to deal with your stress and acknowledging, yes, it's broken. But you know what? I still have a cup of tea today. And for that, you walk around your home, touching the simple, insignificant, small things. Hey, the furnace is working and it's cold outside. I am happy and grateful for that. Hey, when you touch that light switch, did the light come on? We don't even think until it doesn't work. Did you say, I am happy and grateful that I can take a breath today? Or did you wait until you couldn't climb the stairs to say, oh shit, I'm breathless, I need to go see the doctor? Small, mundane, everyday things we take for granted. When you slept last night, how did the bell feel? Was there somebody there that was warm, that you could touch, that maybe annoys you sometime? Were you grateful that that body was there? Did you maybe kick your husband right off the bed like I did because of the snoring? Right? But I was still grateful that he hugged me after I did that. So this is the things you have to remember. When there is stress, it doesn't mean by being grateful you're ignoring it. By being grateful, you're bringing yourself calm. Jillian is crying at the age of 3 in the shopping cart in the supermarket. I have to shop. I'm pregnant with Vanessa and I'm shopping for groceries. And this person is wailing, like she's standing at the Wailing Wall in Jerusalem. And she's screaming, and I'm walking and I'm pushing this thing. And I keep talking to myself, okay, Tessa-Marie, breathe. Tessa-Marie, relax, Tessa-Marie. And I'm saying it out loud. And I'm saying, calm down, Tessa-Marie. Take it easy, Tessa-Marie. And this man, white man, looks at me and goes, oh, lady, I'm so proud, and it's so nice to see how you're talking to the baby. I looked at him and said, sir, I'm talking to me. And you should see how quickly he left the lane where we were in. And that is just, I had to do that. I didn't know. I could have been, I'm so grateful I'm shopping. I'm so great. No, I'm saying, calm down. Tessa-Marie, don't kill this human being. In Canada, they kill you. They ask you, where is my citizen? I lent you a citizen to take care of until I couldn't have them. And now you have destroyed my citizen. In Canada, don't touch a child. The government is coming after and saying, what did you do with my citizen? So, anyway, thank you everybody for coming this morning. I am sorry we went, and it was okay. So, yes, Lynn, but Kimberly, Juliana, Yuko, Loretta, Tanuji, thank you so much. Wonderful human being. You just stay there with me and let me do this. I appreciate you. I'm grateful for you. I'm happy you do this for me. So thank you. Have a wonderful day. Tanuji, Kimberly, Yuko, all of you, Nancy, Kathleen, all of you that dropped by and just to say hello and spend a little time with me. Have a great day. See you guys on the other side of time. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.